Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is a day that the Lord has made. A good Sunday, a bright day, the day that we should all be rejoiced and be glad in it. Today is a very special day, International Mother's Day. Though it's not Mother's Day for UK, but when other countries are celebrating today, we join hands together with all of you, wherever you are celebrating Mother's Day today. We wish every woman a happy Mother's Day. And whether you have given birth or not, once you are born a woman, you are blessed to be celebrated. God knows why you haven't got it yet, but He only has the answer to it. So let's continue to wait upon Him. And at the right time, He will come into your life. At this moment, whoever is watching us this afternoon, we wish you a happy Mother's Day. Today is a special day for women. So we have a woman on this platform, a beautiful woman, a woman that the Lord has made, that today we should all be glad to have her on this platform. At this moment, if everything is okay, and if everyone can hear me, wherever you are, I think it is a day that the topic chosen for the day is a journey as ophthalmologist and motherhood. But it looks like my guest cannot hear me. The lady that we have in the studio or at the studio is no other person than Miss Ghoz. But it looks like Miss Ghoz cannot hear me. Please bear with me as we sort things out. Jacqueline says hello. Whilst we are waiting for Miss Ghoz to come in, uh, could I please have a commercial break? We have OAP as OAP is a money transfer company that transfers money to Ghana. So if you are using OAP, use the code RICHMO and you will have £7 on your transfer for your first transaction. At this moment, if you are listening to me this afternoon, please bear with me because my guest cannot hear my voice. I don't know what's happening at her end, but very soon she will come on as things are getting sorted. Ladies and gentlemen, my guest can still not hear my voice. Her name is Miss Noha Ghoz. Miss Ghoz, you can't hear me? Uh, I'm not sure where the problem is coming from, but please bear with me. Things are getting sorted. Please bear with me as we continue the program. Today, we have one of our children, a daughter to Mamiti, the presenter of Abrochemu on Saturday's evening. Her daughter is celebrating her 13th birthday. Her name is Danisha. We wish Danisha a happy birthday. Danisha, may God bless you. May God bless you. May God bless you as you celebrate your day. Tanisha, birthday wishes coming to you from Richmond Media. Miss Ghoz cannot hear me, so we are still getting things sorted for Miss Ghoz to join this program. If you are here with us, please be patient with us. Things are getting sorted. Miss Ghoz can still not hear us. I'm not sure if it's coming from her end. So if things can be sorted, we'll be very glad. Miss Ghoz, please bear with us. We are sorting things for you. Ladies and gentlemen, as the day comes by or comes with, is Mother's Day. So we continue. The Richmond Media continue to wish every mother on this platform a happy Mother's Day. At this moment, I cannot wish every mother a happy birthday without wishing my own mother, Mami Yetiwa, a happy Mother's Day. Though she is resting, but she deserves to be acknowledged at this moment. And also my grandma, Madam Mary Esida, or Mami Yesida, as most people call her at Seche at this moment. Your granddaughter, Hanna Bimah, Nana Mimawo, Mamen Awodapa. To everyone who has contributed to my life. I have the list that I have. If I say I'm starting from the beginning, we will not end. So this time, I don't want to offend anyone. I wish every woman who has contributed to my life to Richmond Media a happy Mother's Day. Miss Ghoz, please, can you hear me? Hello, Miss Ghoz, can you hear me? We are having a bit of problem at this moment. I don't know what is happening, but we are trying to solve things for Miss Ghoz. Miss Ghoz cannot hear me. We are sorting things out. Please bear with me. Don't leave me. If you leave me here, I'll be alone by myself. I don't want to be by myself. I want all my viewers to be by my side. So please bear with me as we get things sorted. Ladies and gentlemen, we are still waiting for our guest to join us. So please bear with us as we're waiting for her. I think there is a little problem coming from her end. Is that okay? Miss Ghoz, are you okay? Can you hear me now? Oh, that's good news. So, ladies and gentlemen, as I told you how beautiful my guest is today, her name is Miss Ghoz, Miss Noha Ghoz. She is a Mrs. as well, but in terms of her profession, she is Miss. Why she got the Miss, she will tell us when we get there. So, Miss Ghoz, please, you're welcome to Richmore Media. I think I think your volume is low. Can you hear me, please? Can you hear me, please? I can't hear you. So I think my the viewers are also not hearing you. You can hear me. That means you might have to increase your volume. Can you hear me, please? But we cannot hear you from here. I'm not sure if our viewers can hear us. They can hear me, I'm sure, but not your voice. I can't hear you. No. You can hear me now. Anyway, so I think it is still getting sorted. If something can be done for us, please, we would appreciate it. Oh. Viewers, please let's know if you can hear Miss Ghoz. Yeah, you can hear me, but Miss Ghoz, they can't hear you. Oh, okay. What is really happening today? Sorry, viewers, please bear with us. We are still getting things sorted. Um, anyway, as we continue to wait for Mrs. Miss God's voice. Uh, I will continue to wish every mother a happy Mother's Day. Her voice, we cannot hear her voice. So if something can be done, that will be better for us. We wish every mother happy Mother's Day. Womanhood is not easy. It's not easy to look after the children and at the same time doing full-time job. But if we can have all these strength, the strength to fight, the strength to get there, the strength to get everything done at the same time, the strength to multitask, then why can't we celebrate women at this moment? We celebrate everyone. Nahid Ford Ali Faraj says we can't hear Miss Noha Ghoz. Thank you so much, sir, for letting us know. We are getting things sorted. I'm sure Ms. Ghoz will come back again. She will join us as soon as possible. Today's topic is a journey as ophthalmologists and motherhood. As a doctor, how far, where she started from, the obstacles that have come along her way, and how far, how successful she is. Pabitra says, it's great to have Miss Ghoz. I can hear you, Hannah, but can't hear Miss Ghoz. I'm sure Miss Ghoz is turning herself and come back to us. And possibly when she get back to us, we'll be able to hear her this afternoon and to see what she has for us. Today's program will be very interesting. So please, our viewers, just be patient with us. Let's have a commercial break. We have a promotion that is going on here right at this studio. And the promotion is if you watch 50 of our videos and then you ask 50 people to subscribe to this channel, you have the chance to win a laptop. So why don't you ask your friends and family members to join us? At the end of every video, please take a photo so that it will be like a proof that we will be able to identify you with and the number of videos that you are watching. The second prize is mobile phone. How can you get this? By watching 40 of our videos and asking 40 people to subscribe to this channel. The third prize is a hamper. What is in there? You'll be able to tell us. There are great stuff in there, but only you will have the chance to see what you have there and to tell us. So why don't you watch 30 of our videos and ask 30 people to subscribe? The next one is also a hamper, which is the fourth prize. You ask 20 people to watch and 20, you watch 20 of our videos and ask 20 people to subscribe. That one you also have a chance to see what is in the hamper. And the last prize, which is the fifth prize, is also a hamper. It's got something in that you will be able to tell us what this hidden secret is. So why don't you keep on watching all our videos and then asking your friends and family to also watch us and subscribe to this channel. Share this program to whoever you can have access to. Every mother, every parent, every man, and everyone who is able, who is willing to learn, to change his or her life, to change his or her career, because this program will help every individual to know where to move towards when things get tough, when difficulties encountered, when obstacles comes on your way. How do you get over those obstacles? Every obstacle has a way to deal with. But how can you solve that problem? You might not have an idea. You might not have the understanding into whatever problem that you have, but someone's life experience, someone has been there before, and that person will be able. to help us. Hello, Miss Ghoz. You're
Yes, hello.
welcome.
Can,
You're
can,
welcome to Richmond Media. Thank you so much for coming back and for your patience.
no problem. Can you hear me now?
Yes, now
Perfect.
I
That's
can
good.
hear you. Thank you so much. At this moment, without wasting much time, Miss Ghoz, who are you?
Good question. I'm an um I'm an ophthalmologist working in the UK, and I'm a mom to two children and a wife. So I let's start from the beginning. I was born in Cairo, Egypt, and I graduated from Cairo University, which is the biggest medical school in Egypt. Then I did my ophthalmology training for a few years, and then I moved to the UK here 10 years ago with my husband.
Wow, thank you so much, Miss Ghoz. Also, you are a wife.
Yes,
Also, she is a wife to a very handsome husband. And she is beautiful. I
thank
wish
you.
you can see. But one day, I don't want to mention his name, but we will ask permission to see if the handsome man of Miss Girls will also be able to show her face to us. So, without wasting much time, Miss Girls, how anyway, you told us where life began.
Yeah,
Yeah, from Egypt. Miss
yes,
Girls is from Egypt. So we have good things in Africa. Don't think
very
yes, very, very good things. Not
true.
every Egyptian consider themselves as African, but Miss Girls understand that he is from the northern part of Africa. So we
Yeah.
are also very proud of her as well. When life began from mother, father side, how was it like?
Well, I had a very good childhood, very nice and peaceful childhood. Um, I've got a brother, and we were very good friends. We're still very good friends. He lives in America. Um, yeah, and I still have very good memories from Egypt. And yeah, and as I said, I studied medical school in Egypt. Yeah, finished that, and then I joined hospital to do my ophthalmology residencies for a few years, and then that's where I met my husband. Then yeah, we got married and moved here to the UK.
Okay, when you came to the UK from Egypt to the UK,
Yeah.
how was life like?
Well, at the beginning, it was very tough. I think the transitional period was quite tough for me because I missed my family very much, my parents and my brother. But then I started doing a PhD, which distracted me a lot. And I had my daughter, she was 3 months old. So that was a big distraction. So yeah, I gradually got used to the life here, but it was very tough at the beginning with no relatives and no family.
I can recall. I've not had that conversation with you, but maybe back home you might be having a house help that was helping you so
Yeah.
you could, concentrate on your studies.
Yeah.
When you came to
True.
the UK, you alone, did you think of those life behind? Or did you have any help with that aside your husband?
Well, of course, I thought about a lot my family and my relatives in Egypt. I miss them a lot, and at the beginning, I was thinking, will I be able to carry on? But um, when I mean, living more in the UK, I started to get more and more into the system, and getting into my PhD and starting my PhD, I started becoming more distracting. Then. My daughter joined the nursery. She was very happy there. My husband was very supportive as well, I have to say. So he helped me get to understand more and know more about the system. So definitely his experience helped me, and my parents, they started coming and visiting me as well. So yeah, one by one I started to get used to the new life and to the system, and started to actually like it and enjoy it.
That is great news.
Yeah.
That's what a motherhood is about, combining all things at the same time, but you still have the courage, the strength to move on and to meet your target. So, When you look at moving from Cairo to UK, and when you got here, starting to do your PhD,
Yeah.
combined that, do you think your targets as a woman focusing on ophthalmology was it met at that time?
No, not definitely not fully. Not fully, because ophthalmology is obviously a surgical specialty, and whenever surgery is involved, you need to put a lot of effort and time and work. So I think I was a bit behind, really, especially that I had my second child, who's my son, when I was doing my PhD, and that again delayed me a bit more. So I think it took me a longer time to reach my targets. I've definitely done a lot. I've passed my FR exam last year, which was a very big achievement. Finished my PhD, which was even yeah,
Congratulations.
yeah, yeah. So, but obviously, I was always a bit behind others because of having to be a mother and an ophthalmologist at the same time. So it takes time. It takes longer.
Thank you so much. I know, I don't want to mention the name. I know your husband has been your inspiration and your motivator. Apart from him, who else has been supporting you?
My mom. My mom is a very, very supportive person. So whether she's here or whether she's in Egypt, she's always very supportive, always very loving in every way you can imagine. And she's been my definitely my inspiration and motivator till now.
Thank you so much. I can see the COVID-19, we all witnessed how the pandemic was
Yeah.
and how it has changed life as a whole. As an ophthalmologist, what do you think, or how has the COVID-19 affected your day to day work or your profession as a whole?
Well, it was very strange at the beginning because so many of the appointments had to be converted to telephone calls. Um, and that was very unusual because it was very unusual to convert the clinical symptoms of a patient, into a into words rather than clinical findings, and face to face. I found that very difficult at the beginning. Um, but again, we got used to it by time. And in the department, we were lucky. It didn't take us really long, to get the face to face system back. But definitely, it was very challenging at the beginning.
Thank you so much. At this moment, we acknowledge our viewers. Tai Muhammad says, great. Thank you, Tai, for watching us this afternoon. And Jacqueline also says the transition was tough, but you made it. Thank you so much, Jacqueline, for watching us. Pabitra is also watching us at this moment. So, Pabi, we thank you so much for always spending time watching us every Sunday. And I'm sure experiences that you are getting from this platform will also help shape your life as well, as Miss Ghoz has finished her PhD and proceeded on to the next level. You are also thinking about it. I'll be squeezed out when I get to work out tomorrow, my puppy. Thank you so much. Miss Ghoz, I'll have a commercial break whilst we are still waiting, just to let our viewers know the our supporters or the company that is supporting us to bring this program to live. At this moment, if any one of us is sending money to Ghana, I recommend one company to you, and it's OAP. OAP send money direct from wherever you are to Ghana. On your first transfer, you will get £7 on it. But before you can get the £7, why don't you use promo code called Richmo? And that is what we stand for is Richmo, that is bringing you this program. So please send money to Ghana through OAP. Use this coupon code during your first transaction and you will get £7. Onuadofo me pacho so wo disika ko Ghana me kamfo sika money nkrabata baako e di amount ono any OAP wo disika ni tuma na wodofo gina ho na wo disika no sa wo de kwa akoye japade so obi yare so obi hia aduane na wo disika yeko ye ni ohwamo suma sika no fafa OAP na wodofo ensa ebeka. That was CBB. Thank you, Miss Ghoz. I was just translating it so that
Thank
my
you.
grandma will understand what I was promoting. Thank you so much. So, how or what has been your biggest challenge in your working profession?
Um, I think it's well, the biggest challenge is the work-life balance. I think that's what every mother, I think, will will face. It's trying to balance the successful career with a successful personal life as well. So being a good wife and being a good mother, and having a good house as well. I think that's one of my biggest challenges, keeping that balance.
So I think even myself, if I can recall it, looking at the department that you are in, I can see it's a male dominant uh, ophthalmology. Did I say doctors or consultants, whatever, ophthalmologist?
Yeah.
That is the word that I have to put it. As a woman, how have you been able to sail through it or to jungle yourself within?
I think it's hard work and perseverance, just having that mindset that you want to succeed no matter what the obstacles or challenges are. If you've just got that mindset, then nothing really will stand in your way. It's, yeah, and hard work, that's really important. And people will respect you if you work really hard and they can see that you want to get there. They will always support you.
That is good news. So, B, you have to keep on. You
Yes,
put much effort into it,
definitely.
and you get to wherever you are. So,
Definitely.
where you are now as an ophthalmologist, what are some of your accomplishments?
So my PhD and finishing my FR, that's what gave me the title of Miss or Mrs. Yeah, but I chose the Miss title. So I finished my final exam last year, so I've got my FR degree now, and my next challenge now is finishing all my paperwork to become a consultant. That's the next level now. That's the next step.
That would be great because from the beginning, before this program, I was trying to put Miss Ghoz within the consultants, margin, but she corrected me. She said she still has something to do
Yeah.
before she get there, so I should wait. So when she gets to that level, she will come again
Yeah,
and tell us how she is feeling within that position. Uh,
definitely.
at this moment, Mazi Myriad says hard work and positive mindsets. She is relating it to how far you are and how you have been able to achieve your level of ophthalmology at this point. At this moment, we go into details because we're talking about ophthalmology.
Yeah.
Someone doesn't even understand the word ophthalmology because we didn't say eye doctor.
Yeah.
That could have been easier for everyone to understand it. So please, could you let us know what an ophthalmology is? Because with that, we will understand the work that you are doing as an ophthalmologist.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So ophthalmology is the world of eyes. An ophthalmologist will have clinical duties and surgical duties, but not every ophthalmologist will do the surgical duty, but everyone will do the clinical duties. And then some of us will also do surgery. And obviously, within ophthalmology, which is eye, medicine, and surgery, there are different specialties, as you know. So, there is the cornea, which is the anterior or the front part of the eye, and there is retina, which is the back part of the eye. And within the retina, we have other specialties, which again is medical or surgical. So you've got ophthalmologists who do medical retina, so they only deal with clinical eye problems, and you've got retinal surgeons who deal with surgical retinal issues. Yeah, and we've got also pediatrics, which are kids. But yeah, as I said, basically we'll be all doing clinical ophthalmology, which is dealing with the clinical eye diseases that we see in the clinic day to day, and that would involve examination, that would involve doing laser as well for so many different eye conditions, doing injections again for many different eye conditions. And an ophthalmologist is an eye doctor, so they can do medicine or and surgery or only medicine.
Thank you so much. So when we get to ophthalmology, any problem or any health issues concerning ophthalmology, we know Miss Ghoz is right behind us, so we can turn our eyes to her, and I'm very sure she will respond to us at any time,
Definitely.
provided she is available. Thank you so much, Miss
Thank
Ghoz.
you.
From how far you have been from childhood, with you, life was smooth and enjoyable. So you were able to concentrate on your studies up
Yes.
to this level. Now that you have acquired the miss, if any doctor is called miss, and viewers, don't miss the miss or the mister, because if you miss these two titles, you've taken out or you have demoted them. So that is very, very important, and it takes a very hard work, as Miss God is explaining the process to us, before you can get there. And studies is not easy, combining it with family life. Husband, you have to be sweet to your husband as well as the children, in order to be a good ophthalmologist, a good wife, and a good mother. Thank you, Miss Oz, for this. So now that you have explained it to us what an ophthalmology is, and now we know that it is the eye doctor, and you have mentioned all the specialties within the ophthalmology as well. So people have an idea of what we are talking about. If someone is listening to us, what was the process? I want step by step where the educational level started until you have achieved the miss. You have been mentioning them as we are going along, but someone might not have captured it in our conversation. But if you can let us know step by step of how the program or the course that you studied up to this time, so that if someone wants to be an ophthalmologist, the person will be able to know the process. Thank you.
So obviously, after you graduate from medical school, you get to choose the specialty you want. And if you go into ophthalmology, you will need to do an ophthalmology training. And obviously, this is very different from one country to the other. So I did my training in Egypt, but then to come here to the UK, you will need to be registered by the GMC, which is the General Medical Council. So you need to be registered as a doctor here. And there are different so many different routes you can well, actually three routes you can do this through. So it's either through sponsorship or through an exam which is called the PLAB, and this is like a two-parts exam. It's a medical exam. Or the third route is by doing a having an FR degree, and then by that mean you are registered as a doctor. um, and then after you are done with your registration, you start looking for a job. So you start
Hold on
looking.
for us, Miss Gauss. I think something is not going right from your end. If you can check your camera for us, please.
Oh, sorry, is it back now?
Yeah, thank
Yeah,
you.
sorry about that. Yeah, yeah. So once you're registered by the GMC, so you can you've you've become officially a doctor and you can start practicing. So you need to you start looking for jobs, yeah, and interviews, and it depends on how you really want to start. Do you want to be start in the route of ophthalmology, so become a specialist doctor straight away, or you want to do a training job? And both pathways can will lead to a consult lead you to become a consultant at the end. But obviously the training pathway is the quicker pathway for that. Otherwise, you can become a specialist doctor, and then you go through this pathway and go what we call through a Caesar pathway, SESR, and that's a long pathway. But again, at the end, it will take you to the consultant route. So there are really many routes by which you can become a consultant.
It's not easy, and all the
No,
terms that you are mentioning,
yeah.
people are feeling wow. But if you really want to be a medical doctor in terms of ophthalmology, then you have to take note of what Miss Ghoz is giving to us this afternoon. You can write them one after the other. Even if you don't understand the terms, you can look up for it, or you contact Richmond Media, and we will see how we can link you up to Miss Ghoz that will be able to explain it to you, so that you can also get to where Miss Ghoz is. You can't be Miss Ghoz because she's so beautiful. You might you might also be beautiful or handsome in your way, but you can only learn from her. You can't be like her. Thank you so much.
You're being so kind to me, Hannah.
Thank you, Miss Ghost. No, that is the truth. That's the facts, and the facts must be told. At this moment, what are some of the common problems that you have dealt with in terms of advising our audience this afternoon, our viewers, when you came to UK, when you started your profession or within your profession, some problems that you think will help others to call themselves back if they have encountered that problem, and that is stopping them from proceeding to where they want to reach, or to be an ophthalmologist.
Well, I think it's really very important to speak to others who've been here before you and who have a lot of experience. It does make a huge difference, and you need to speak to more than one person because everyone have got their own experience, and then from their stories and their experience you can then know where to start. So don't ever stay alone, just ask other people, because you can avoid so many mistakes by listening from others and avoiding what they've been through. It's also very important to do your research work. So that means you go online and you read all about how to become an ophthalmologist in the UK. It's really important to do any options before you start, because there are so many options, and for everyone and according to their circumstances, they can choose what option suits them. So what works for me doesn't necessarily work for others, so it's really important to do your own research as well. um, and it's also very important not also to look at the work environment. So it's important as well to look for the environment where your kids will be. So this is something that people will usually miss. So if you're like going to start a certain job, make sure that you've got very good childcare in that area, good schools as well, that your children will be happy there. So your family is equally important as well.
Thank you so much, Miss Girls. At this moment, I don't know how to thank you for, this 1 hour. You could have, get something from this if you were to work, but you have saved that time to educate us, to share your experience with us, so that we can learn from what you have passed through, in order to shape our life, in order to also help others that don't know the way to go. For us to drawing a bit closer to our program, the end, as an Egyptian practicing in London as an ophthalmologist, can you share with us your some strategic challenges that has led to your success with us? Thank you.
Thanks. So, obviously, there are always time limitations for everything. So I had always like deadlines for everything. So it's really very important to make sure that you're very well organized so you don't miss any deadlines, because timings are very important. um, Again, the challenges, as I said before, is your family. So you have to always make sure that throughout your running after your career and your progress, you have to make sure that your family is doing well, and that you don't forget them in in the midst of all of this. So make sure you spend enough time with your kids, because they really grow very quickly. So it's important as well to spend these precious times with them. So it's always important to work this balance, the work life balance. um, I would say, obviously, every one of us at some point will have to take exams. So it's really very important to study every day. I know this seems very hard and not very realistic, but it does make a difference. Even if it's like a little bit, it still makes a big difference. Every day studying and reading and being up to date with what's going around in the world of ophthalmology. Yeah, so I think these were the main challenges, really. And that's my experience, and what I would like everyone to know before they pursue their career as an ophthalmologist.
Thank you so much. Maxi Myriad is I think supporting what you are saying. It says asking and doing the research, a great way to go. Most of our African people just leap and dive into migration without doing the research, and later are found wanting. So I think he or she is adding to what you are saying, that before you take any step, you have to do a research. But when we are moving, we don't do. Once we get to know that, oh, I want to go to London, London is good, then we just take our things and come. And then when we get here, you are stranded, you don't know where to turn to. So he or she was adding to what you are telling us this afternoon. It has been a great joy and a great day. Today is Mother's Day. I will not let you go without relating your work to motherhood. Though you, as we are coming along, you've been sharing part of the motherhood with us. But specifically, how, as an or as a doctor, a medical doctor, a surgical doctor. I think you've passed through both before you ended up in surgery. So, and now ophthalmologist, miss. That means you are operating on the eye, performing surgical operations. How are you linking the motherhood with your work? I know it's not easy. You know what? You are a doctor. Your husband is also a doctor. You are Miss. He is a consultant. And I wonder how you balance your life to meet the needs of motherhood.
To be honest, I would never feel that I'm getting the right balance at any point, because it's always running around. It's basically running around all the time, trying to catch up with the house duties, being a good mom and being a doctor. So I'll never feel that I'm 100% fully satisfied with myself as a doctor or as a mom. But the point is that I always keep trying and I never give up. And I know my daughter is watching me now, so I'm just telling that she's the best thing that has happened to me, she and my son. So I will always try and, be a good mom, and at the same time be a very good doctor to my patients. It's never easy, but I just want moms to know that they shouldn't really feel guilty or blame themselves all the time, because the balance is not easy and you will always feel that you're not getting it right. But just keep trying as much as you can. If you're everyone is happy with you at work and your kids are okay at home, then just, don't put too much on yourself. Just carry on and never give up. But the balance is not easy and you never feel you're there. But I'm sure that all the moms are doing a very good job. So never blame yourself, never feel guilty. I'm sure you're all doing really well and the best you can.
So, what message? Your mom might be watching us this
Yes, she
afternoon.
is as well. Yeah.
So, as Mother's Day, I'm not sure if it's Mother's Day in Egypt as well, but
No, it was in March, but I know that this is the International Mother's Day
yeah,
today,
this is
isn't
the
it? Yeah.
international. So, all of us are enjoying it. So, what message are you giving to your mom? Because she has done a great job. If you didn't come through her, you wouldn't have been Miss Ghoz, and
That is
you
true.
wouldn't go through all this process that she would be very proud of you. So, what message are you giving her this afternoon?
Well, I'm telling her I love you so much, Mom, and you're the best thing in my life. You, my husband, and my kids, of course. And well, God bless you, and may you always stay healthy and well. And I just want to tell her thank you for being my best friend and my supporter, biggest supporter ever.
Thank you so much, Miss Gus. As this is how far the program will allow us to get to, and I cannot stop thanking you for devoting your precious time. Though you are busy, very busy woman, from what you are
Thank
telling us, we know that yes, indeed, you are busy, but you have so made time for us. So
Thank you so
therefore,
much. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure being here today, really. Thank you so much for this lovely invitation. Thank you.
we do appreciate you a lot, and we salute consultants. I don't want his name to come here when it gets to his time. We will mention his name. And to your beautiful daughter and your handsome son, because both mom definitely they are beautiful
Oh,
and
thank you.
handsome. You know what? You can't challenge that. If you see the two images together, my dear, you will say yes.
Oh,
God
God bless you.
has created some people in a way, but God has also made you, whoever is watching us, very beautiful in your way. That's why you are watching a beautiful lady like Miss God. Thank you so much, Miss God.
Thank you.
There is a message here for you. Is it Nahid
Oh,
for
it's my mom. Yeah.
Oh, mom says we all love you. Thank you, mom, for spending your time with us this afternoon. And she, Ahmed, oh, Dr. Ahmed, I will leave it there. I don't want to mention the other name because he's presenting himself with this one. It says, looking great, both. Thank you,
Thank
Dr.
you.
Ahmed. Sometimes he says, I don't pronounce the Ahmed well, but he knows how I'm pronouncing it. So forgive me if I'm not making sense to it, but Al Muhammadi. We thank you for spending your time with us, and we shall meet at work tomorrow. Thank you so much,
Thank
Miss
you.
Goss. Tai Muhammad also says, beautiful. Thanks, guys. Very enjoyable. Thank you so much, Tai, for watching us this afternoon. And in Nana Adwa Sifa, one of our presenters says, you looking great. Thank you so much, Nana Adwa, for always saving time for this program. And the same time again, next week to every woman on this platform. We wish you a happy Mother's Day. May you enjoy motherhood. May you enjoy the fruits of your womb. May you not die earlier than your time. But until then, or till the same time next week, from the beginning, will be coming to your doorsteps. I'm very sure today you've learned so much. How Miss Ghoz from Cairo, Egypt, to the UK, how she has been able to quarrel herself within her own shells. How would you be able to do that? By learning from step by steps the process that she has been through. Maybe that will be your golden way to your destination, your golden way to your success for the future, or your golden way to become ophthalmologist that maybe you don't know you are going to be looking after the next generation. We thank you, Ms. Ghoz. We thank everyone on this platform and to the eye clinic from wherever we are working, to everyone who has made time to support us this afternoon. We say thank you so much. Before we end, Pabitra says, thank you, Ms. Ghoz. Happy International Mother's
Thank
Day.
you. Thank you,
Happy
Papi.
International Mother's Day to you, Pabitra, as well. And the same time again, we say, God bless all of us until next week, the same time. Thank you.
Thank you, Hannah. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ms. Ghoz, for coming.
Thank you. Thank you.